Hey everyone, J-Ro here, back with another Final Fantasy 7 Ever Crisis video, and today I'm bringing you my clear for the Battle Tower Singularity, the Maelstrom Tower, Rampage of Ruin, Brutal Basement level 30 against Ramuh and Shiva. Alright, so before we get into it, if you could please go ahead and hit that subscribe button and click that notification bell so you can be notified when I post new videos. Alright, so Basement 30 is the double summon of Ramuh and Shiva. Who would have guessed? Alright, so let's go ahead and jump in. We'll start off with Ramuh here. The boss details for Ramuh: he's weak against water, resistance to lightning. The sigils that you need to bring are Circle, X, and Diamond. It is immune to poison, darkness, silent stun, fatigue, and fog. Uses powerful lightning magic abilities at the start of the battle. Uses guard sync to even out physical and magic defense with Shiva. Water resist down is effective against this enemy. Alright, now let's go ahead and take a look at what Shiva brings to the table. She has weakness of fire, resistance to ice. Recommended sigil to bring is diamond. Immunities are poison, darkness, silent stun, fatigue, and fog. Uses powerful ice element magic abilities at the start of the battle. Uses guard sync to even out physical and magic defense with Ramuh. Grants self magic defense up and fire resist up with Frosty Veil. Fire resist down is effective against this enemy. Okay, so basically the same as what we do when we fight the EX2, just gonna be on a little bit higher scale, gonna have more HP, probably gonna hit a whole lot harder. So the team that I decided to use is my dual wielding element Tifa, along with Aerith as my healer, and then Barret as our tank slash imperialer. Alright, so before we get into the builds, let's go ahead and take a quick look at my high wind for knowledge purposes. Here are the stats, here are the abilities. Also, let's check out stream rolls for Tifa. She is completely maxed out. Alright, for Aerith, she is maxed out. And for Barret, he is almost maxed out. He still has one side left. Okay. Alright, but he does have lightning resist and ice resist 20%. So those will help here. Alright, so for starters, let's go ahead and jump into Aerith. Aerith is bringing her festive crimson attire, giving her reprieve and New Year's protection. In the main hand, I'm bringing the Chimera wand. This gives us our magic defense up high, also gives us physical attack up high. It also will give us the R abilities HP and buff debuff extension. Then in the secondary slot, we have the Crimson Staff. This will give us magic attack up and also do magic defense down on the enemy. Then also giving us the R abilities, magic attack on allies, and buff debuff extension. Next up, we have the Princess Guard, giving us that extra 30% heal and 3 ATB. Giving the R abilities heal and regen boost. Alright. Next up, for sub-equips, we have her running the Umbrella for lightning resist, magic defense all allies. The Bramble Spine for heal and magic defense. And the Trumpet Shell for ice resist, magic defense all allies. With this, her R abilities come out to be boost HP level 6, magic defense level 3, heal level 5, ice resist level 2, lightning resist level 3, buff debuff extension level 7, and there you have it. Looking at her materia, in the third materia slot as a AoE Cura, we have a heal HP magic defense stat stick. Then our single target Cura here is a HP magic attack and heal stat stick. Then last but not least, we have a Circle Sigil Runra that is a heal stat stick and magic attack. Alright. For her limit break, we are bringing Breath of the Earth. Alright. Looking at her stats come out to be HP 23.8k, Pack Attack 3.4k, Mag Attack 5.9k, magic defense 298, heal 5.2k. Alright, let's go ahead and jump over to Barret. So for Barret, I have him running his Dragon King Varvatos outfit, giving him reprieve and Dragon King mask, meaning he will be ice and lightning resistance additional 20%. Alright, in the main hand we have the Shark Slayer. This is off our 3 ATB Diamond Sigil Break, along with a fire and water resist down, which means it's the perfect weapon for this battle. Also gives the R abilities boost HP and buff debuff extension. Next up we have the Electro Cannon. This is our AoE magic attack down, but only will go up to mid tier. And Barret also has to have 50% or more HP to do that. It gives the R abilities magic attack, magic ability potency. Alright. Next up, for his ultimate weapon, we have the Missing Score, giving us our magical resistance 50%. Also giving him the R abilities, magic defense, and enhanced interruption veil. For our sub equips, we have the headphones for ice resist, magic defense, all allies. The foam sword for lightning resist, magic defense, all allies. And the bandage sword for HP and ice resist. Alright, so with all of this, his R abilities come out to be boost HP level 6, magic attack level 3, magic defense level 3, ice resist level 4, lightning resist level 3, magic ability potency level 4, buff debuff extension level 6. Alright, now looking at materia, in the third materia slot, a boosted Ruin Blow Circle Sigil that has an HP stat stick. Next up, in the middle slot, we did bring a breach so we can lower physical defense. This will, at least this will help me with when I do summon damage, basically. It's also a HP stat stick. And then last but not least, a Water Blow, which is a magic attack and HP stat stick. For his summon, I am bringing the Crimson Flare. This will give us our mid-tier fire damage up. Alright, so with everything, his stats come out to be HP 24.4k, physical attack 4k, magic attack 6.6k, magic defense 308. Alright. Now, let's go ahead and hop over to our DPS. We have Tifa running her festive blue daffodil attire, giving her reprieve and New Year's mastery, giving her fire and water ability damage 30%. Alright, in the main hand, we are bringing the Bunny Gloves. This is her water DPSing weapon. It gives us the R abilities of magic attack and water potency. Here are the brands. Alright, next up we have the Shell Knuckles. This is our fire DPS and weapon that will do 1.2 times the damage when she has 70% or more HP. Also giving the R abilities of magic attack and fire potency. And here are the brands. Alright, next up we have Premium Heart. Of course, our 3 casts of haste, then our abilities of ability potency and attack boost. Alright. Next up, for sub equips, we have the Bahamut Fangs for magic attack all allies, magic ability potency. We have Nameless for HP and lightning resist. And last but not least, we have Parasol for HP and magic ability potency. Alright, so let's go ahead and look at the R abilities. They are boost HP level 6, magic attack level 7, fire potency level 3, water potency level 4, lightning resist level 3, ability potency level 3, magic ability potency level 5. And there you go. Now the party-wide R abilities are as follows. Tifa brings us magic attack all allies level 3. Aerith gives us magic attack all allies level 3 and magic defense all allies level 4. And Barret gives us magic defense all allies level 5. Alright, so for the materia, in her materia slot that's boosted for X Sigil. She has a high HP and magic attack, magic defense stat stick, but it's an X Sigil. Alright, we have a Earth Breach here that is a magic defense, HP, and magic attack stat stick. And a Defaith that we will be using that is a magic defense stat stick. Alright. And I am choosing to bring Ifrit here. The reason I've decided to go fire over water is because since Tifa is stronger in water, that means she's able to DPS Ramuh a little bit better than she is Shiva. So I need to make up the extra damage on Shiva with Ifrit. Also, with the way my strategy is set up, I choose to focus heavily on Ramuh, and mainly I use my summons to deal with Shiva. Alright. So that's the reasoning behind the fire-based summons. Alright, going on ahead, let's look at her stats overall. HP is 24.5k, physical attack is 4.5k, magic attack is 10.1k, magic defense is 266. Alright. Well, that'll take care of going over the team. Let's go ahead and jump in and get this clear against basement level 30 of the Rampage of Ruin Brutal Tower against Ramuh and Shiva. Alright, so for starters, we'll click on Shiva, go over to Aerith, and use Crimson Fluorescence to get that magic defense down and our magic attack up. Tifa will also throw a Defaith on Shiva to balance out her magic attack up, so that way Barret in 3 casts can take both of them down to high. Well, not high, but to mid tier. Okay? In the meantime, Tifa will go ahead and start DPSing on Ramuh, and Aerith has already given us our magic defense up. Alright, once we got them down to mid tier, we switch to defense and tank the first Icy Judgment. Alright, coming out of this, on Aerith, I want to go ahead and heal before I switch to attack mode. Barret's going to go ahead and lower the water resist on Ramuh, and Tifa's going to go ahead and start attacking again. Alright. Now, I'm going to throw, now they switched the amount of potencies, so going forward, I only need to target Ramuh with the Defaith, and now Barret will lower the magic attack on them. Aerith will do her own thing after we got one more heal in and Jubilation, and then Tifa just does more damage, okay? Alright, and as you can see, I'm going to go ahead and start targeting Shiva, because that's who we're going to target coming out of this. Alright, so going forward from here, the strategy will be to stun Shiva and do most of our DPSing on Ramuh. And we'll mainly stun Shiva after the first stun with summons, okay? Alright, so for the start off, we're going to lower the fire resist on Shiva. Gotta do that, hit 2 times with Barret. Go over to Aerith and lower the magic attack down after we've gotten healed. Alright, and so their single target ability here is going to target whoever has the highest current HP at the time of them trying to target. So you have to be careful at who has the highest HP on the team. Alright, so they targeted Barret here. So immediately after that magic defense goes down, I'm going to go ahead and use Breath of the Earth. Removing that, and then I'll turn around immediately and use Ceremonial Harmony, giving us our magic defense up and an attack boost. As soon as that hits, I'll go ahead and do the summons. AI Barret decided to throw in a breach, which is perfect. So we get maximum damage capability here, minus the only 1 tier down on magic defense, but that's fine. Alright, and Tifa's going to go ahead and keep attacking the fire. Barret is going to go ahead and brace itself for tanking these 2 single target hits. Alright. That's one. And another. Alright, coming out of this, we're going to have Era single target heal Barret and get ready for the Sigil phase. 5 diamond on Shiva and 13 circles on Ramuh. So we're going to start off targeting Shiva, and one of the main goals here is to make sure that Shiva's Ice Age bar is gone by the time I get started doing the DPS and we're breaking the interruption bar. Okay? Alright, so we just need to do one more hit for sigils and boom. Alright, now we're going to work on getting Ramuh force gauge down, because just like when he was in his regular summon, that force gauge does dictate how strong his lightning based attacks are. Alright. Hitting him pretty hard for 530k, not bad. Imagine what this would be like if I was in a regular build. Alright. So now he's getting ready to do a judgment ball while Shiva is now stunned. So now we're going to go ahead and make sure we throw a deface in, just so we can make sure he gets maximum tier down. And Shiva decided to wake back up right before that judgment ball, but it's fine. Alright. Now, we're going to go immediately into using Breath of the Earth to get ourselves healed back up. Alright, and sticking to the plan, focusing on Ramuh until we can get Barret's thing up. So Barret did go ahead and throw fire resist down on Shiva right quick. Alright. And I'm going to go ahead now and use the combo of Crimson Flare and Hellfire. Alright, gotten her weakened down a little bit there. Alright, so now we're just going to do the same rotation we did just a minute ago. But this time we're going to go ahead and throw in a Guardian Aura, just so we can make sure to survive here. And also I'm going to go ahead and use the second Jubilation to make sure we get enough ATB to go ahead and land the magic attack down the mid tier. Switching to defense and tanking another Thunder Blizzard. Alright, so coming out of this, we're going to get ready to go back into another sigil phase. But first things first, we want to go ahead and start targeting on Shiva. Alright. Gonna go ahead and start working on these sigils right quick, because what you don't want to do is allow that lightning force gauge to be charged up. Once it does, he does his final strike attack basically. Alright. So we're gonna go ahead and focus here. Tifa can focus with doing her actual damage while Barret and Aerith broke the rest of the sigils. Alright. Let's see. Alright. And I got my summon back, so I'm going to use my summon here to go ahead and force that Ice Age bar to clear it out fully. Alright. Now, Shiva will chill out for a little bit. We can focus on dealing with Ramuh and whatever his next major attack will be, probably a Judgment Bolt. Alright, we're healed back up fully. Yep, he's getting ready to do a Judgment Bolt. Alright. Gonna make sure we got our magic defense up. Throw in a defaith. Alright. And we should be able to tank this Judgment Bolt with no problems. Shiva just woke back up. Alright, yeah, there we go. We tanked it with not an issue at all. And look at Ramuh's health, it's low. Alright. Now we're going to go ahead and do what I said we were going to do. Keep targeting him. We're getting ready to deal with a Thunder Blizzard here. So we're going to do our normal maintenance for that. Also throwing the last Guardian Aura in so we can make sure to survive. Meanwhile, Tifa isn't even going to worry about anything. She's going to go ahead and throw in one D-Faith. And we're going to try to do any DPS that we can right now to him. Alright. And there. Ooh, we didn't even... Okay, we survived it without losing our reprise. Great. Alright. So, I'm going to go ahead and start working that bar down on Shiva right quick. I do have both Crimson Flare and Hellfire. Making sure the fire resist is down on Shiva. Alright, wait for my command gauge. I don't think it went in, but it'll be fine. Alright, let's see if the Hellfire can stop her. It left just a little bit. Ramuh's almost gone too. Alright. And I'm going to go ahead and just straight up focus Ramuh here. Because I do not want to have to tank a Judgment Bolt. And he's out of here. Alright, now. Time to focus on Shiva. Let's see if we can make her chill out. Oh, nope. She's deciding to go into her final phase. Alright. At this point, it's straight up damage. I'm not even going to switch to defense for this Diamond Dust because of the simple fact it would kill me if it wasn't for the reprieve. So, we're just going to keep going straight into damage here. Keeping all debuffs going as much as we possibly can. Alright. And here's that Diamond Dust. Alright. Now. Gonna go ahead and get healed up real quick. Nope, changed my mind. Gonna go ahead and do all three in combination. Get the maximum damage boost here. Alright, she's almost down. Come on, Tifa. Because she's about to get ready to start doing her attack again. And boom, before she could even get started charging it. That's what I'm talking about. Alright, and there you have it. That is how we take down the Battle Tower Singularity, the Maelstrom Tower, Rampage of Ruin, Brutal Basement level 30 against Ramuh and Shiva. Alright, so some main takeaways from this fight. You definitely want to go ahead and if you have access to an Omni Arcanum unit like Tifa or Sephiroth, that also have dual wielding elements in the same damage type. So in Tifa's case, magic, fire, and water. Sephiroth is magic, fire, and water. Cloud has physical fire and water. Might be able to pull it off with Zac, maybe even Yuffie as well. But those are good options for DPSing here. When it comes to your healer, bringing your best healer and also, you know, being able to bring magic defense up with the healer probably works. Because if you bring Barret similar to that I have here, I think Barret is built out perfectly for this because with Electro Cannon, even though it's not a high magic attack down tier, you can compensate for that with magic defense and lightning resist or ice resist or both like I did in my builds. And then Shark Slayer is just the perfect Imperial weapon here. But there are many different Imperial weapons for water and for ice. So if you just so happen to be able to compensate differently, you could do that and probably still get the clear. Alright, so overall, this was a pretty fun battle. I did enjoy it. It took a many tries to get to this clear, and I really did enjoy it. Let me know in the comment section what you thought of the clear and what you have thought about the Brutal Tower as a whole. Well, with that being said, I want to thank you for watching the video. If you did like it or found it useful, remember to leave a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel for more Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis content. Click the notification bell so you can be notified when I post that content. And with that, I'll see you in the next one. Later.